Hello, it's Mark. I wanted to make a quick video about the Wisconsin Restaurant Association show. I had an opportunity to give a presentation to three different locations in Wisconsin with the traveling show, and I thought, you know what, maybe other people would like to look at it as well. So, this is a little about me. I got started in the in the food service industry with Anchor Food Products many, many years ago, and when we launched Anchor Food Products Poppers, we had a lot of fun at the National Restaurant Association Show Chicago. Some of the things that were said about me, Mark's business plan is to trip over opportunities, act like he was a strategy. There is some truth to that. A lot of people do it. That's kind of a good way to go. The food industry guessed Harvard, but the work was pure Oshkosh with a side of mischief. I was in a elevator at the National Restaurant Show in Chicago one time, and some guys they were standing behind me, and they were wondering, speculating who it was that set the promotions up and that sort of thing with Anchor Foods, and it was me. And they thought that I was a Harvard MBA. I couldn't get into Harvard to save my life. I don't have the background to get in there. If there's a place with a kitchen and a cash register and a great menu, odds are Mark had his fingerprints all over it. We have done 60 plus thousand restaurant menus over the years, so we've done a lot of work. A lot of it's very good. Good team, good people. So what I'm going to talk about today is, well, look at that young picture. Anyway, poetry, writing for women. We write our menus for women. We don't write them for men. Men scan menus. They already know what they want. Women read them because they actually want to have an experience. Menu design, engineering, social media, guerrilla marketing, and then breaking through the clutter. There's lots of clutter in the industry these days, and want to help you claw your way through that. Let's start with this. There's only two ways to grow a business. The first one is to get more guests. Very simple. You've got to advertise and market your business in order to do that. Social media is still the cheapest way to do it, although it is not free. Most people think it is. It's not. If you're only doing free and looking for organic growth, good luck. You're probably getting to 1, maybe 2% of your audience, maybe less than that. It's just not worth doing it. You really have to put energy into it and, sadly, money. And then the other is to get more guests to get guests to pay more for the products that they're purchasing. And this requires some marketing, so you have to explain to customers why something is more important than other products. In other words, why would they buy something from you and pay more for it? And the other thing that you have to do is use engineering on your menu to make sure that your menu is set up correctly to ask for the money that's actually being given to you. Most restaurant operators have huge amounts of money that are slipping off the tables into the garbage. They're just not asking for it, and we help restaurant operators find that cash. A good marketing plan should do both. You really should set this up to with your marketing plan, it should get you more customers, and at the same time, it should get you more money for the guests that you have. If it's not doing both, you're basically just sitting in neutral, spinning your tires. So, step one, getting more guests. Set up a gift loyalty fan club plan of some kind. These are actually pretty easy to put together, and lots of companies provide it. Best of all, you can do it yourself if you want to. Just get a subscription to Constant Contact, and they can help you set this up. It's really easy. You're looking for guests to sign up so you can email them. And one of the things I learned a long time ago is consumers like to hear from they like to hear from the restaurants and that sort of thing that are local more often. They don't hear from them enough, is what they tell us. Next, develop social media, post every day, and tell a good story. Have a good brand story that you can be communicating. It's not just about the food, it's about the personality behind the food. So it's very important that you use your personality to help you grow your business. Next up is build value. Value is, it's not about price. What it's about is where prices and function, which is the brand, meet. So where those two things go close together, that's where the value takes place. You can have a high value car, you can have a low value car, essentially, right? Makes sense. So when the two are closest together, sale will happen. When they're far apart, it will not happen. So if something is really nice and you offer for a too low price, people will wonder, why is that? If something has a really low price, a really high price, but it's not a lot of function, not a lot of value, you'll basically say, I'm not interested. This is a chart that shows you how it works. Let's say we're buying a car together and we've got $30,000 to spend. That's our price issues. It's the top thing. We haven't even looked at cars, so function is not even in the ballpark. So we have to, over time though, we'll start looking at cars. We'll look at cars that are out of our price range. So discovery essentially happens over time. And now function is more important than price, but where they come back together and get close to that $30,000, $35,000, $32,000 range, that's where purchase is going to happen. So as an example, got two cars here. A Ford Pinto, never been in a fire, $65,800. Any buyers? I could probably get you one if you want it. And then a BMW, brand new, $550. And your thought, of course, with that is that's too much car for the money. There's no way. There's something wrong with it. So you can see how that works. There are simple brand laws that you need to follow, and these are really important. So a great brand is forever. If you run Bob's Diner as an example, and you're Bob, you've got a real problem because it's forever. What you need to do is characterize Bob, make him into a character, and let him work from there. A great brand knows itself. It's more about Bob, so we have to know what's inside his head if he started the restaurant, if he didn't. A great brand invents or reinvents a category. That's like stuffed jalapenos invented or reinvented the stuffed jalapeno category. So it kind of invented that. We didn't invent it, actually. We stole from somebody else, but we did a better job than they did. So a great brand connects emotionally. Is Bob a fun guy? Is he happy or is he sad? What are we doing? We have to draw on emotions. It's really important to get emotions. And so a great brand is a story is a story, but it evolves. So, Bob can grow and he can evolve. A great brand has design and voice consistency. So who is Bob? We need to figure that out. And how does he talk? And what does he look like? And those are the things that essentially are going to cut through the clutter. And a great brand is relevant. So we need to know who Bob is and make sure that he's not becoming somebody that he shouldn't be. If Bob is a really good chef, that's great. But let's keep it to that. Let's talk about social media. So social media that works is basically a couple of things: food, faces, and frequency. Those are the things that grow engagement. So you got to have food, faces, and frequency. So doing a lot. Short videos, those work really well, or reels, those are the best. They work excellently. Photography is absolutely a must. Don't just put in there, we got specials this week, and list what they are. That doesn't make any sense for anybody. Nobody's going to pay attention to that. Post at least 5 times a week. That's a minimum. I would post more than that for you. We typically, with our clients, we post 6 or 7. If they're off on a particular day, we may not post that day, but otherwise we do. And make a calendar and follow it. And this is really hard. We do calendars here, and that's what we do. We follow them. We script everything. And once the script is written, it's planning ahead. We're going to be very creative with it. We're going to give specials and features. We're going to have social media times that needs time to connect with people. So if you've got specials and features, make sure they go out like on a Friday and, on a Sunday, so that if you're going to have something hit on Monday or Tuesday, that people see it before it happens. And it takes an average of about 19 images to get someone to actually act on something that you're doing. So make sure you're doing a lot of it. These are some posts that we've done for some of our clients, and you can see that the photographs are with people in it or with food in it. Facebook and Instagram, they're used both connected. But make sure that the photographs are set up correctly for Instagram. Facebook is much more lenient with this, but Instagram is not. It has a particular size it's looking for. And then run contests. People love to share photos of their pets or photos of themselves. So you could run like a see you in a really cool pair of glasses or sunglasses, or shoot your cat photo. Don't shoot your cat like kill it, but take a picture of your cat and post it. Those kinds of things. We always get a good response from that. And then run compliments. By the way, it's very important that you answer everyone who leaves a review, good or bad. Answer them all, unless they're anonymous. If they're anonymous, then skip it. But if they're not, if they put their name in it, then make sure you answer it. And use TikTok, YouTube, Reels if you can. Show cooking, show talking to the camera, that kind of thing. Just Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss it. Kiss videos. Then step 2 is menu design. The best way to get more from your guests is to have a really great menu. Start with a goal in mind for the menu. It's really important. Make sure that you have a goal about what you want to make. Extra 6, 7, 8%, something in that range. If you want that, that's what you go for, and we can help strategically price the menu to get that. Don't get crazy with prices, but make sure that you're getting everything that the guest is okay giving you. We call it the sweet spot. And then take back your power. One of the things that's really true about restaurant operators or guests is they want to know what you recommend in your restaurant, and most restaurant operators are not telling them. Tell guests before they even ask, this is what we recommend, and tell them why. It's really important. And make sure those items are profitable. They're asking, what's good here? And I've heard a lot of answers like this. Well, everything's good. It wouldn't be on the menu if it wasn't good. Well, bullshit. There's a lot of things that, are on the menu, and some things are better than others because they make you extra money. Some people have said things like, I don't eat meat, or, well, what were you thinking? Or, I'm not sure, let me ask the manager, or I don't know, what do you like? Those are bad answers in a restaurant. They want to know what you recommend, so recommend something. Finally, there is an actual single good answer to this question, what's good here, and that's it's a highlighted item on the menu. If you're highlighting on the menu, great, that's what we recommend. So menu breakdown. We do what's called a menu matrix. You should be doing these once every quarter just to see how things are going in your restaurant. So we break it down into stars, puzzles, workhorses, and dogs. We take a good hard look at what's selling, what isn't. Look at the numbers. Don't just think every restaurant operator I've ever talked to, they all say the same thing. Well, I already know what's selling. But then they see the matrix and they go, oh, I had no idea that was working the way it is. So we look at this every quarter, and it helps our restaurant operators make the best of what they're doing, and it really does help them make more money. What we're trying to do is get every restaurant we work with to be in that 2.5, 3 million range to 15 per location. So we're looking to try to grow your business to be spectacular. Photos on menus. The eyes have it, basically. If food photos that work, or if it looks good enough to eat, use it. If not, skip it. When in doubt, go without. Do's and don'ts. Do shoot in natural light. Do not shoot in fluorescent light. Get up close and personal with the photograph, and allow the background a little fuzzy, so shoot in portrait mode. These are some photographs that I personally took these with an iPhone, so if you have a smartphone, use it. And then what we do here at Hot Operators, we use something called fans. So there's 4 moving parts to any menu, and it is positioning. Where something is on the menu has a huge impact on how well it's going to sell. No matter what somebody else tells you, it is true. Highlighting in a certain way really helps. Anchoring. This is a psychological. It goes to the psychology of money. When we say anchoring, you want something that's arbitrarily expensive, something that's a couple of $100 on your menu to offset the other prices on the menu. It works, so do it. This can be a combination thing. It could be a catering thing. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's got a nice, heavy price. And don't put market price on anything. Just put the prices on there. Don't use dollar signs either. Take those off there. That's just stupid stuff. And then numbers. Make sure each product hits its sweet spot. And we can figure out what those are for you if you can't on your own. Guerrilla marketing for restaurants. We have a plan, and I'm going to show you a QR code here in a second that if you download it, if you use it, it will help you get the customers and seats. But fill seats, it's how to own your local neighborhood. It's how to create irresistible limited time offers. It's getting down local personal to your business, making surprise pop-ups and events, brand ambassadors, and how to pick the right sponsorships, even if scorecard in there for that. So I highly recommend, go ahead. Here's the QR code. Just take a moment, download this. You can pause the video. I'm not going to stall here. The best way to do it is through characterization. So it's really important that the owners of, this is Angelo's restaurant in Florida. We created this caricature for them, and they were actually getting bad publicity because other people using their name, and they were, starting to get bad publicity from that. But this draws attention to who they are and how exciting they are and that kind of thing. And it's cute. It can live off. It can live on way after they sell the business if they decide to sell it at all. Baldino's the little Baldino man. He's direct from the 1950s, so we wanted something that was characterized and kind of old looking. Country House, they've hit their 50-year anniversary, so we did this anniversary logo for them to talk about that they've been around for a long time. People like that they've been around a long time because if you have been, that means that you're doing a good job. And meet Holly. She's Michigan City, so Holly's been around for a long time. We created this sports girl for this, and we actually get love letters to her. People really like her. The original Mel's, American diners in California, we worked with them to recreate the Mel's girl and all that stuff. So this was on the cover of the LPs and all that stuff way back in the day. And they've got kind of a cult following out there. They've sort of slipped away from it now, but back in the day they were using it and it was very successful for them. Napoli's, they are the winner locally. They win it every year for the best Italian restaurant and in that market. And we try to really promote that pretty heavily because it gives other people, out-of-towners and people new to the area, a reason to stop in. And then this is Southern Chicken. You can see all the fiery stuff and all that stuff, but it's a warm chicken sandwich. It's got comeback sauce and the whole deal. It's pretty good. I mean, the food is excellent there. If you're ever in the Carolinas, I highly recommend it that you try it out. So a couple of questions to leave with you. You need to answer these questions for your restaurant. Why would anyone choose your restaurant over any other? That's a really hard question for most restaurant operators to figure out, but it's really important. And what do you want to sell? Figure that out too. What do you want to be branded about? And if you could put a brain peg into the guest's brain, what would it be? What are you going to hang everything on so it makes sense for them? Anyway, if you've got questions or if you'd like us some help to get some help with this, reach out to Hot Operator anytime. We would love to hear from you. We love working with restaurant operators. It's really a fun job for us, and so we'd love to help you. Look forward to talking soon. Take care.